We grow about a dozen different varieties of processing tomatoes, most of them conventionally, but we do have about 20% of our tomatoes that are grown organically, but they're all going to tomato processors, none of it fresh market. And these are all fairly new varieties that seed companies develop that are specific for a certain product, whether it's certain varieties are good for paste, other ones are good for juice, other ones are good for peeling, and even among the different companies that have different canneries, they prefer certain varieties that work better with their equipment also. So these are varieties that the average person hasn't heard of. They're not heirloom varieties, they're new hybrid varieties that are bred for disease resistance and yield in the field, in other words the tons per acre that I produce, but also yields in the cannery. How much paste can you get out of a ton of tomatoes, of raw tomatoes, is really important for these companies. This processing tomato field, we have something unusual going on. As you can see this enclosure right here, we have researchers from the University of California at Davis doing research on nitrous oxide emissions, which is a very potent greenhouse gas, and we're letting them work in our fields to try and figure out when these nitrous oxide emissions come out of the soil and how that's related to the type of fertilization that farmers do like us. The idea is to figure out how to prevent it or minimize it in the future.